Hello, today I'm going to show you some of the tools and services offered to you by the JCC Library, many of which can be accessed through JCC Library's website, as well as in person at the JCC Library. So, to begin, we're going to JCC Library's website, so we need to open a web browser. Once you've opened a web browser, you will need to type in johnstoncc.edu into your search bar and go to the JCC website, and then from there you can click Library at the top of the screen to go to our website. This is where you will be able to access many of our different services, as well as chat with a librarian online if you needed something when you're away from campus. You can do that through this Chat Now button, and when you click it, this little window appears. You just ask your question, and once you've typed in your question, we're asking, for example, about MLA citations right now, and you type your question, hit enter, and if it's during our business hours, one of the librarians here will field the question. If it's during our off time, it will go to a librarian somewhere in the state of North Carolina, and they will answer your question. This can be a very useful tool when you're up late doing a paper and you have a quick question and you don't know who else to go to. You can always ask the librarian. Some of our other services are highlighted under the Services tab of our website. Just as a quick reminder, your student ID doubles as your library card, so anytime you needed to check out something from the library, just make sure you have your ID with you and we'll scan it and check out the material to you. We have a resource request form online that you can fill out. Just fill out these fields and it will go to the librarians here, and we'll read it and determine whether we can add it to the collection or not. So if there's something you feel a need for, you can always request it that way. We also lend a variety of materials to you as students, and this page gives you a quick rundown of how long you can have certain things checked out for. So you can check out books for 3-week terms. You can renew books. You can check out 10 books at a time. Certain materials like periodicals and reserve materials are for in-library use only, so you cannot check those out. We have CD and DVD collections. Those can be checked out for 1 week. Audiobooks are for 2 weeks, and you cannot renew those items. We also offer a variety of technology that you can check out, including webcams and microphones. Especially popular are the mobile Wi-Fi hotspots, which is essentially like checking out your own small wireless network. So if you don't have access to the internet for some reason and you need to work on a paper at home or wherever you are, you can check out a Wi-Fi hotspot and have the internet. Most of these items are only available for a 1-week checkout, and they cannot be renewed, and laptops are in library use only. If you ever need one of those, you can use it in the library. We also offer a lot of assistance with citations. All of you will probably have to use some kind of citation style in writing a paper for one class or another. The most common ones are the MLA style and APA style, but we also offer tools on AMA formatting. This is very helpful, and I cannot stress to you enough to take advantage of these tools, because these didn't exist when I was making citations, and it would have been very helpful. So under the MLA formatting, APA formatting, and AMA formatting, we have these links that take you to really helpful websites. I'll go over one of those in a minute. There's a tutorial video that you can watch, and we've also included some sample pages that you can look at to compare to what you've done so far in your own paper. The Purdue Online Writing Lab, also known as OWL, is extremely helpful if you have a question about your style and if you're doing it correctly. Let's get rid of these pop-ups. So, if you click the guide for whichever style you're doing, under this drop-down menu where it says MLA Formatting and Style Guide, it gives you a breakdown of just about any topic you may have a question in regarding MLA formatting. So if you wanted to see how to cite a book on your works cited page in MLA format, you can click that link, scroll down, and it will tell you what the MLA handbook says, some changes that you may need to pay attention to, the general format right here, which is extremely helpful, and then a basic book format, a book with one author, more than one author, etc. That is extremely helpful. It also gets fairly detailed, which can sometimes be helpful to you because making citations can be such a nitpicky thing sometimes. So it also goes into particular kinds of publications, like a government publication or a pamphlet. If you wanted to cite someone's dissertation, it tells you how to do that. So this is an extremely useful website that I strongly recommend you make use of if you have any questions, and you can access that through our website. Let's go back to our library homepage. So again, we offer those tools with APA style and AMA formatting as well. On the left here where it says Citation Builders, this is something else that could be very helpful to you and save you a lot of time. These universities like UNC and NC State have citation builders built into their library websites, and we've linked them here for you. When you click one of these, it will take you to that particular school's citation builder, and you simply select the style right here that you want it to make a citation for you in. So we'll say APA, and you just supply the information and it creates the citation for you. We'll put a title in, a publisher, and a year, and you scroll down and it has made the citation for you, and you can simply copy it and paste it into your works cited page or your references page, however it's titled in your paper. That is extremely useful. I can't stress enough how helpful that can be when you're writing a paper. We also list some helpful tips. We have some links about how to change margins and do a hanging indent. I said that the citation builders were very helpful, but it's always important to remember that they're generated by machines, and machines aren't perfect, just like humans. So it's always a good idea to double check them against your style manual if you have any doubts as to whether they're accurate or not. And you can always ask your librarians if you have other questions. If you do a search through our Summon toolbar, you can also get citations made for you there. So this Find It All box is what we call a Summon toolbox. So if we wanted to look up humor writing, and we want only full text online journal articles, it shows us a list of all the results, and if you click this quotation mark, it will cite the resource for you. You just tell it what format you want it to cite in, and once again you can highlight it, copy and paste it into your Works Cited or References page. Now I'd like to turn your attention to the Resources tab on the JCC Library webpage. When you click that, on the left you'll see Databases as a column. The A to Z list is very helpful because it's a comprehensive list of all the databases we provide access to for you as a JCC student. Most of them, the access is supplied because you're a JCC student. There are a few databases that you're given access to simply by being a North Carolina resident or meeting some other qualification, but most of them are provided to you because you're a student here at JCC. We have quite a few. We have over 75 databases right now, and they're listed in alphabetical order, which is very nice and neat. If you know the name of one you need to find, you can jump to that letter and select it and then start your searching. I would highlight just a few of these. I would like to highlight just a few of these for you as general helpful things for you as a student. We have quite a few test prep databases that could be helpful to you. One is called PrepStep, so you'll find it under the P's right here. Anytime you have to log into a database, you should be able to use your JCC email as your username and the password associated with your email to access any database. If there's a specialized username and password, it will be provided to you when you click on the name of the database, or it'll be underneath the link for the database. So PrepStep is a great tool to use for building your test taking skills or doing some tutorial work in the essential subjects like English and math. I would also suggest Universal Class as a great learning tool, but also something you could do recreationally. This offers you classes in a myriad of topics, everything from cake decorating to paranormal investigation to math or writing for the business world, all kinds of different things that you can take classes in, go at your own pace in, at no cost to you, where typically this would be an expensive venture. So I strongly suggest browsing through Universal Class. It has a lot of fun things. I've taken classes through Universal Class, so it can be a lot of fun. Also, I would like to highlight that we offer subject guides to you. So under Research Help, you click Subject Guides, and these are all the areas that we provide subject guides in. Subject guides being essentially a group of resources that might be helpful to you in a particular subject as you are a student at JCC. So the BLET, Basic Law Enforcement Training Subject Guide, provides you with lots of different resources. As you can see, these different tabs. This one brings you to the library catalog without having to leave the subject guide. Electronic resources shows you different resources from the internet that may help you in classes related to BLET subject matter. NC Live is a database that provides North Carolina residents with information, so we've listed some of the useful tools from NC Live, as well as other databases that we provide that are relevant to BLET. Call numbers, search terms, periodicals. So call numbers are the way that you find books within our collection. So physical books that you would want to check out in the library have certain numbers on the spine, and the librarian has pulled those for you. So if you wanted to specifically look at books about prisons, you would go to the HV 830 section. And if you have trouble finding it, you can always ask a librarian and we'll take you to the right place. There's also a list of periodicals or magazines that we have in the library related to BLET or whatever subject guide you're looking in. And certain departments at JCC get periodicals sent to them, so if that's the case, we list those as well. There's also more citation help provided within the subject guide, very similar to the citation help we looked at earlier. And this subject guide has broken down political science and U.S. criminal justice so that you can see particular resources in each subject. Also in the library we have a ton of resources, physical resources that you can use. The library has approximately 30,000 physical items, ranging from the technology pieces that we talked about earlier to books to periodicals, DVDs, all those kinds of things. We also have some special collections. We have a North Carolina room where all of our North Carolina related materials are kept. We have a children's room that has an extensive collection of children's books for different reading levels, as well as a young adult fiction section and a section dedicated to new books in the library as well. Also housed in the Learning Resource Center is the Academic Skills Center. Just want to touch on that real quick. It's open to all JCC students regardless of their program of study or academic level, and it's on the first floor of the Learning Resource Center beside the library. So the Academic Skills Center is a place that you can come for tutoring and academic workshops, as well as test proctoring. And the spring hours are Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can make appointments for one-on-one tutoring, as well as just walk in during those hours and see someone for some assistance. Thanks for watching.